I'm pretty sure I am the last one to review this new collection from Dior. I even contemplated not reviewing it and just kind of skipping it, but I do have quite a few products from them. There's a new cream blushes stick, and I have been testing these out. I've been trying their longevity and everything, so I have thoughts on that. I have 2 colors of the new reformulated powder and then 2 of their lip butter glosses. I did try a few of these products in my last video, my 10-minute video, but this is going to be a little bit more in depth. I'm going to swatch everything on my cheeks. I have nothing on. And yeah, hopefully you guys will enjoy it and still find it interesting. If not, sorry. Let's start with a few details about this new release. They did reformulate their Rosy Glow blushes. I have here 2 shades. I have Candy and Toffee. They do come in multiple shades, but the packaging is a little different. It is square compared to the last version, and it comes with a mirror, which I absolutely love. And the mirror is good. It's good quality. The 2 shades that I got have some glow in them. The other formula didn't really have a glow except this one, this color, bronzed glow. I love it. This is probably my favorite color. And this one seemed to have a little bit of a glow through it. These also have the Candy and Toffee. And I want to say these are the only 2 that have a glow through them. The other ones are matte, but I'm not 100% sure. These are also $40. Moving on to the blushes, the stick blushes. These are a very glowy formula. Here are the cream blush sticks that I have. We have Toffee, Pink Lilac, Rosewood, Candy, and Cherry. The packaging is really beautiful. I actually really love the packaging. It comes out like this, and you can kind of swipe it on your cheeks. You could put it on a brush and then go in. I actually really find the packaging very beautiful. These are $44, and you know, I think it's expensive, but I think for Dior the price is where it should be, mostly because I find the packaging quite nice. Now we have the lip glow butters. These are $42. $42 for a lip gloss, lip butter. And looking through them, the product kind of stops around here. You guys probably can't tell, but I can't tell. I've been using these quite a bit. So let's give them a little bit more, but that's not a lot of product that you're getting. $42, I was baffled. Last time I tried them on camera, I really loved the formula. I really liked everything about them, but I kind of overlooked the price. I kind of didn't even look at it, but that is very expensive. So straight up, no. The packaging isn't even that great. It's just kind of basic packaging, except this Dior logo right here, which I actually kind of like. I usually don't like these kinds of extra accessories, but this one I find it a little bit more interesting, but that is very expensive for what you're getting. So that's like a first impression, just looking at the price and the packaging. No, let's try everything on. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start with some of the colors that I have, the powder and the cream. I have the Candy and Toffee, both the stick formula and the powder. I'm going to do them side by side just so you can see comparison, and then try everything else on. Let's start with the lightest one, which is the shade Toffee. I'm going to swatch right here. This is the cream, and even the cream has this gold shift through it. And then the powder also has a gold shift through it. It's quite light, and I was kind of skeptical if this would show up on me. I thought maybe it would be just a highlighter, but you will see that it actually does show up. Here is the color Toffee, powder, and the cream one. I am going to start with the powder formula. This one, compared to the other one, is a little bit more pigmented. It's not quite as chalky as the old formula. And obviously it does have a glow, and it is buildable. So I do think I like this formula better than the other formula. I don't find it as kind of patchy. It's not that I hated the old formula, but it wasn't amazing. It's not like I thought this was worth the money. I like the colors a lot, and you know, It did get hard pan a little bit, so there were some negative things about the formula, but I still overall enjoyed it. The colors, and I don't love a super pigmented blush. I like something that I can build up to more pigment, so that wasn't a huge issue for me, but I have to admit that this new formula seems to have a lot more smoothness to it. It's still not very creamy. It's quite like a powdery blush, but it does go on smoother on your cheek. So that is a very soft blush on me. I am building it up quite a bit, and you'll see that it has that gold shift. The only thing that I find that's kind of striking is that gold shift tone to it. So if I look right here, you can see that it's quite golden, and I don't think I love that. I wish it was just a little bit softer, because the more you build up the color, the more gold you see. And it's not that I hate it, it's just not my favorite. You know, I wish it was just a little bit softer, but there's something about wearing this color that I've been enjoying, and you'll see I'll pair it with the cream, and I like that much better. But my negative is that gold is quite intense. You can see it right there. I have been wearing this color quite a bit just because it's so soft. If you look at me, it just kind of shapes my face a little bit. It's not very intense, but I kind of wish the gold was like barely there, barely noticeable, and the gold is quite striking. I like the formula, and I do think if you have lighter skin tone, it will show up much more on your tone. Here is the powder Toffee color. Moving on to the cream stick, I like to use a brush and then apply it on. I'm coating my brush quite well, and I'm gonna put it on this side. I personally prefer the cream side. I think the way it goes on the skin is so beautiful. Look at that. Oh. And you do have that shift of a gold, but it's not as intense. It just looks more like a creamy highlighter rather than a gold stripe on your cheek. So I personally prefer the cream formula. Also, I don't know what happened right here. It is not the self tanner. I went to the pool and I think I had something right here and then came out striped. Anyway, but let's build this up. Oh, I love this color. It's so soft. It's so pretty. On my skin tone, it's definitely more of a highlighter, but it's so beautiful. Here's the color Toffee side by side. The powder, you definitely see the pigment a little bit more, but you also see that gold shift, and I kind of feel like it's emphasizing my pores a little bit more than the cream. The cream does not emphasize the pores at all. It definitely looks a lot more like a highlighter on my skin tone with a little bit of pigment, but I personally love that. I love the color that it has. I like the shift that it has. I think it is absolutely beautiful. So personally, I am definitely leaning towards the stick formula. I think it is so beautiful, so natural. Again, if you're my skin tone and darker, it's going to be more like a highlighter for you. If you're lighter, I think this could be such a beautiful blush. Now I want to take the cream blush and put it over the powder blush. Kind of doing the Patrick Ta method. And you'll see this is how I like to wear it. I think it's so beautiful. Oh, that definitely melted the powder blush in, and it's so pretty. Look at that. This right here is it for me. I think it is so beautiful. You have a little bit more pigment, but the second I put the cream on top of the powder, it just melts it into my skin and it makes it look a lot more realistic. It takes the texture away from my cheeks, and I think it is absolutely stunning. So for me, this combination is everything. Moving on to the shade Candy, and here is the swatch. I think the color is so beautiful. Here we have the powder and the cream, and this one also has that gold shift through it. It almost reminds me a little bit of NARS Orgasm Blush. Let's start with the powder. We're going to put it on this side. This is a brush from Refer. It was limited edition and I don't think it's available anymore. So I'm sorry, but let's put this on. This one definitely has a little bit more pigment than the color Toffee, or a lot more pigment. Look at that. Obviously the color is more suited for my skin tone than the color Toffee. You still see that gold shift right there. It's definitely there. It's definitely intense, but because the color is more pigmented, I feel like it's a little bit more doable. Although I still wish that gold shift was not that intense. It's just, I don't love that in blushes. But with this one, I think it's more wearable for me because the pigment is more intense. And I think the color is actually beautiful. Here is the color Candy, and it is this beautiful pinky peachy shade that has a gold shift through it. Let's try the cream blush. This one is quite intense, so I'm gonna make sure to take some off. This is beautiful, just letting you know. I think it's an absolutely stunning color. The glow that it has is so beautiful. This is one color that you can build it up and you can actually see the pigment quite a lot, which I like that. I like that I can have a sheer color or more intense. Here is the color Candy in the stick formula, and I love this one so much. I could build it up even more to have more of an intense color. I love the glow that it has. It doesn't seem to bother my foundation at all, mostly when I use a brush to build it up. I truly think that this color is absolutely stunning. I think this is my favorite and most wearable color out of the ones that I have. And here's the shade Candy side by side, powder and cream. I personally prefer the cream. I think the texture looks more beautiful on that cheek. You do get more pigment with the powder version, but it also comes with that golden glow. But now let me show you combining the cream with the powder. You'll see how pretty this looks. Oh, that's so beautiful. Just a little bit of this makes that gold just melt into your skin, and just everything just looks more natural and healthy. Oh, I think it is so beautiful. Oh, that is so pretty. Again, combining these is the way to go. Obviously, that's a lot of money to have to combine powder and blush. So if I were you and just could purchase one, I would go for this stick. I think it looks beautiful. Now, the longevity is not as good as the powder, obviously. The way it feels on the skin, it doesn't feel fully set down, but it's not wet enough where your hair is gonna get stuck on your cheek. You obviously have that cream formula, so it's gonna be cream on your cheeks, but it's not super wet and sticky, but you do have some tackiness there. The powder formula lasts pretty much all day. Oh, I forgot that this is supposed to have a pH adjusting to them. I haven't noticed a difference. So there's that. I feel like it's kind of a little bit of a marketing scheme. I honestly don't love pH adjusting blushes or lips because it always turns pink on me. But with these, I felt like the color was very consistent with what you see in the packaging, which I really like. I've got 3 other cream blush sticks to test out. I think I'm gonna do Rosewood next. I think this is a very pretty everyday kind of color. I think most people are gonna like this color. It is a really pretty everyday rose color. Let's use this small BK Beauty 112 brush. Honestly, I haven't used this brush much, but I feel like it would work well for this formula. Maybe it's a little small, but we'll make it work. Just gonna slowly build up this color. Yeah, I usually like a brush that's a little bit more fluffy, but this will work. I just don't have a ton of other clean brushes, so I'm just kind of using whatever I have here. Oh, that is such a pretty everyday blush. That is the color Rosewood, And I think it's really pretty. I can build it up a little bit more to give a little bit more intensity, more pigment, which is nice. And the glow in this one is probably the most classic. It doesn't have a shift to it. It doesn't turn a little bit gold. With the other ones, you could see maybe a little bit of a gold shift. With this one, is just a pure, like, simple, glowy blush without a shift in it, which I personally really like. And I think this color is so beautiful. And here is the blush stick in the color Rosewood. On the other side, I think I'm gonna use the color Cherry. Honestly, I should have done the color Cherry and Candy side by side because I think those are the most similar ones. Cherry is definitely a lot more intense. I will swatch the color Candy next to it so you can see. Yeah, Cherry is just much more intense and it doesn't have that gold shift in it. But I would say out of all of them, these two are probably the most similar. Taking another brush, this is the BK Beauty A507. I'm gonna take some off because this is a more intense color. And we're gonna go here. And I love how these, you can have them very soft, like this is a wash of color, or you can build them up quite a bit. Mostly if you would swipe it on your face, it would be quite intense. Also, I don't even have a mirror. I'm using my monitor to see, and it's just so easy to apply. And here is the blush stick in the color Cherry. There's only one blush left to test out, and this is in the color Pink Lilac. And I think this is just overall a popular color just because it's so unique and different. And I swatched the regular pink shade that they offer, and I didn't love it on me, but the Pink Lilac actually did something to me, so I did end up picking this up. We also have the glosses. Now this one is quite light, and I was worried it would be very ashy, but I do feel like it kind of melts in with the skin and it works. I actually loved combining this with other blushes like the Toffee, and I'll put a little bit of this one on top, or one of the pinkier, or the Cherry or the Candy one. I liked combining those. I thought that that was pretty cute. Now, is this quite light? Yes, but I do think it has a pretty cool effect on the skin. What do you guys think? I kind of wish I got the powder version of this one because I think that would be so beautiful. I do have the old formula right here, the Pink Lilac formula. That combo would be pretty. I think so. But I may go swatch it in store and see how I feel about it. Because this is so light, I do feel like it's prettier with something under it. Here is the blush stick in the color Pink Lilac. This one is definitely a little bit different. It's a little bit light for me, almost milky. But I did just go outside to check and see how it looks like in natural light in different mirrors. And I actually think I like it. I definitely would prefer this on top of a different blush. So the base is a little bit darker because this is quite light, and just overall it lightens up my skin right there. But if you have fair skin, I think this would be so beautiful. I think the lilac is prettier than the regular pink shade. I do really want to go in store and swatch the blush. Again, I do have this one right here that maybe I should put some on. I don't know, it may ruin it. This one is quite dry, you know. This is my problem with that formula. There's barely anything coming off. Oh, this one had a glow to it too. This is the one that I use the most, actually. The way I see myself using this color specifically, mostly now that it's summer, so I'm a little bit more tan, is like I love how it looks right here. And so I would probably not focus it so much up here, do something a little bit darker there, and then focus this on the cheek, like the apples of the cheek, because I think that is really, really beautiful. So that's kind of how I'm planning to use this color, but I do like it. I think it's very unique. unique, and I'm glad I have it. I love the application. I think it's really beautiful. I think it's a little bit more unique. You could even pair it with just a pink blush, a brighter bubblegum pink blush, and put this one on top just to give it something a little bit more unique. So I think it's really, really pretty. And then the last thing I have here is the lip butters. And I have two colors. The first one is, I can't see, 101 Glazed Pink, and then we have Lychee 105. Here are the two swatches. Obviously, this one's lychee and this one's the pink one. The pink one, as you can see, it has a lot of sparkles in it. It is actually so beautiful. I am going to start with the lychee because it probably doesn't match my blush. But this one I've been using so much. I think it is so beautiful. I love the color. I do have a little bit of a lip liner. Is it the Biscuit in Westman Atelier? Here is the color Lychee, and I personally love this color. I reach for these colors in the summertime a lot. The texture is so beautiful. It is not sticky at all. It is not too thick, but it has good consistency. It is almost like a butter and a gloss in one, and the shine is so pretty. I also find them decently long lasting. Obviously, it's a kind of gloss balm thing, so it's not going to last all day, but it's not one of those that just kind of disappears. And the color is absolutely stunning. I love it. I pair it with nothing, or I will pair it with a darker, more brown lip liner. Oof, that combo is so beautiful. And then let's try the lighter one, the pinkier one. This one has a lot of sparkles in it. It's so pretty. And here is the shade Glazed Pink. This color is perfect with anything, any lip liner. If you just want it by itself, it'll give you a little bit of a sparkle, as you can see here. It makes your lips look huge and massive, and there's almost this coolness with it. They don't feel like plumping or burning or anything like that. It's just this slight coolness on the lips, which I really like. So this is a perfect everyday gloss. Now I have to say that the price is not worth it. Absolutely not. Do I love the formula? Yes. I even like the packaging, even though it's kind of cheap, like it's nothing fancy, but I love these because it goes in my makeup bag that I take with me very easily. I know it doesn't break, it doesn't leak. The application's really nice. So I personally love the packaging. It's just not worth the money. For this amount of money, you can get, you know, Summer Fridays glosses are 20, like half the price, literally half the price. So these are my final thoughts on these products. I've already talked about the balms, but the powder blushes. Now I've been testing these out for at least a week, if not two. I can't remember when I first bought them, but these, I love the formula. I just wish the gold shift, it wasn't so intense. For me, it's too much. I don't love them by itself, and because of that, I'm like hesitant to recommend them. If you like that gold shift that like NARS Orgasm has, for example, you would really like these. But for my personal preference, I wish that wasn't there, or it was minimal. So because of that, I don't love them. Now, do I love them combined with the stick? Yes, I think it is magical, this combination right here, and that's kind of how I've been wearing them. I have not tried the other colors that don't have that gold shift in them, so I may again pick up that lilac if it swatches well, and I think it would work for my skin tone. Maybe the actual formula is very nice. It blended into my skin well. The pigment was buildable, but the more you build that pigment, the more you get that gold shift in it. So those are my thoughts on it. Do I regret purchasing them? No, because I do like the way mostly that Toffee looks on my skin with minimal makeup. I put very little of this, and that gold shift has its place, but again, it's not, I wish it was less of that. Now the cream sticks, I think they're incredible. Like they're up there. First of all, the application is so easy. I love the packaging. I have been swiping them on my face a few times, and I didn't find that it moved the makeup underneath too much, unless I have full face of makeup, like a lot of foundation. Then I may see some disturbance, but I I love these. I love the colors. I love the shift. I love the ease of application, and I love the glow that these give. And I feel like they look very smooth on my cheeks. They work great over powder. I've had my face, or a part of it probably powdered, mostly this area right here, and it never escapes. It looks so beautiful over that. It looks great under powder. They're just beautiful. So I think that these are worth it. You don't need that many colors. You know, I feel like the rosewood, the cherry, the candy, they're all not exactly the same, but I could have just had one out of those, you know, and be happy with that. The Toffee's pretty, more of a highlighter blush topper for me, and I really love this one. And the Lilac, as you can see, is definitely a little bit more unique, a little bit different. So yeah, I am very happy with the blushes. I think that that is where this collection stands out. And you know, I love the glosses, even though they're so expensive. I feel like it makes my lips look absolutely massive. So those are my thoughts on this collection. I would love to know your thoughts and kind of what you think about the price range, about the collection, the colors. I would love to hear your thoughts down below. And that's it. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.